I've toured over 100 homes, and I've immortalized hundreds of hours of Palian dedication in very small spaces. This next creator that you're about to see is one of the top tier designers. In fact, every time I go out to his plot, immediately after I leave, he tears it all down to the ground and he starts over. So what you're about to see, you won't be able to see in person because immediately after this video goes public, it's coming down. We call him the Phoenix because every time it all gets burned to the ground and then it's reborn from the ashes. Before I go tour, I want you to get your thumbs ready because this is going to be the biggest thumbs up you ever did in any video about Palia design ever. Now, throughout the process, I'm going to have him on voice chat and he's going to explain everything in detail and you're going to see it from my eyes. Everything that you see today is going to be temporary. All right, let's get to it. This is Panda. What you're about to see today is going to be temporary because the moment that I leave this plot, it's going to be torn down. So Panda,
Yeah.
if you would please.
Yeah, sure. Come here.
Where shall we go?
Come. This is a plot. It's a plot with a story that Flow Wizard lives in this place. So he created his house near to the enchanted forest, to the Flow Forest.
Oh my word.
So he decided to live here just because of portals and stuff, you know?
I
So this
love
is an
this
entry
fountain. This
piece.
fountain is amazing.
Thank you. It's just like an entry piece.
Yeah, it's a statement. It is an absolute statement. That is awesome.
And then as he decided to settle down in this forest, like he doesn't need an extremely fancy house or stuff like this because he's a mage. So he just created a small hut with a
Oh
living
my
room,
goodness.
a study, a bathroom, and a bedroom. So this is a study.
Oh my word. That's insane. That's insane that this is all just kind of put together in this way. Like I predicted it. You know, I want to tell you all right now that when the building blocks came out, Panda was one of the first people that we thought of. It's like, what is he gonna do? What is he gonna do with the building blocks? And I think it's so cool that you took this concept and you built this whole story around it.
Thank you.
No, I should be the one thanking you. This is really, really cool.
His living room is just like a very cozy space. And you're going to see that he's a huge fan of fishing.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm following you.
So this way, he decided to move to this place because next to his house, there was a portal. And he discovered that this portal led to the Flow Village.
Oh my word. A flow village.
The Flow Village.
I love your pathing and the flowers, the lanterns. My goodness.
Thank you. And then this way he made some friends from the Flow Village.
Aw. I think it's so cool. We're getting here at just the right time and you can see the embers just kind of glowing off of the plushies. That's such a cool effect.
Yeah. Nighttime was the perfect timing.
It was.
And as he made friends with the people from the village, the Flow Village, he got access to the Flow Lake, where he started studying about his magic.
Oh my goodness. It's a freaking flow lake.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That is so nuts. And so creative at the same time. Just the fact that you put all this stuff in to create a whole lake. And you got all the colors and stuff matching, like the flow trees, the flowers, everything that just jives. That is so cool. That is so cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a special thanks to Ali because I recreated her swimming pool.
Yes. Yes.
as a challenge because she challenged me to make like a 2.0. And then I was like, why don't I make a flow lake?
That's
Of
awesome.
course, it's because of the story.
Yeah. I love that people are challenging each other in different
Yeah.
ways.
And then also inside the flow village, uh, he got more intimacy with the villagers, and he also got access to the observatorium, where he could also study about his own magic.
Oh my goodness. It's a freaking study.
Yeah.
That is awesome. That is so awesome.
And this couple, they are the chiefs of the village.
That's so cute.
Just because they're new. And after he moved to his place, so we have to go back through the portal to go
I
to
love
the
the portal, how it's set up to be two-sided. Yeah.
um like for some reason or another, we will never know why. There were mushroom people living in his forest. And they also loved to collect bugs. So here's the bug house from the mushroom people.
Oh my goodness. Mushroom people. I just absolutely love, and I know that many of you are also just kind of dumbfounded at the structural creativity here with all of the different building pieces. Like, I think personally that it's so cool that they introduced these building blocks because, as abstract as they are, you're taking the idea of you taking the idea for them, and I've seen people create structures like this and new, completely new furniture. So that's wild.
Mhm.
That is wild.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You can make a lot of furniture from these
totally.
building blocks. And then by his house, he also created a place that he could work and eat, of course, because not only he is a wizard, but he's also a cook.
Oh, nice. I love this. I love the pattern of the vents on the bottom, like, and again, structural elements. This is a pavilion, and you gave it continuity, like against the back, with the wood and the stone building blocks.
Yeah. This this pattern on the floor was very annoying to create like that,
It's
just
a
because
labor
of the
of
glitching stuff.
it's a labor of love.
Yeah. And here is his kitchen, like an open space.
I love the kitchen. I love especially how the kitchen is. I don't want to minimize it with the word simple, but it's very functional, and
Mhm.
it feels like this particular wizard is practical in that sense, you know? Doesn't need a
Mhm.
lot of the frills, but it's got
Like
everything that he needs.
the fanciness that we
Right.
always have.
Right.
Mhm. And then, of course, he knows that he gets his powers from the Phoenix God. So he also created like a shrine in devotion.
Oh, this is awesome. Just to give y'all some scale here. That is awesome.
And once he was gifted with a pet, but the pet gets very scared when
Oh,
he
yes.
approaches, and then the pet flews away. So he keeps inside the dungeon where the creature can be safe. I don't know if the baby's there or not.
No, the baby's not there today, and that's okay. But this is just so incredible. I think another fun thing is just how people have created these spaces designed to be sacred, and you even enclosed it. So that's even more impressive.
Thank you.
Of course, all of the fire elements too, but the archway and just the walkway up to it. That's awesome. I like how you use the trees to kind of to hide it too.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I use the trees a lot because this place I wanted to have like a story and an order of visiting the places. And that's the wizard is, I don't know, a fanatic for fishing.
Oh my goodness.
And I always save the best for the last. So I've created a pier. And for those who want to know, yes, this is the pier that is in the official Palia Discord, in the official Facebook community. So it is. This is mine.
This is incredible. Incredible. You've essentially created Einar's pier.
Yes, yes. I went there and I saw like, ooh, can I do that?
You even created the details down to like the planks that are just on the angles too, which is just so impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And you
And the
capture some
special
of the little
frogbird.
final details of just being able to have Frogbert submersed. That is so cool. Just look at all the details here. That is a good picture for sure. So I guarantee you none of you have seen this plot before. I had never seen this plot before. This was absolutely incredible. This is one of the things that I personally like to do is I like to get to know the people that are behind the builds. As you heard, we heard everything. We heard everything. We heard the story behind it, the thought behind it. Now we're about to sit down with the creator himself and interview him. And I want you all to be thinking as I'm asking these questions, what kind of questions in the future would you like me to ask these creators? All right, so let's get into the Q&A time. Enjoy.
And you know why I placed 2 chairs right here.
Oh, yes.
Today I was prepared.
Yes, you are. Q&A time. Let's get the deets. All right. So what was the hardest part about decorating this plot? Because it's just it's so creative.
Darling, I don't know. It's like this was the first plot that I didn't plan everything. It's like, for example, when I first got the building blocks, I was just like, okay, I think I can make like a place for me to place the telescope, like an observatorium thing.
Right.
But my first idea was extremely much simpler. And then I just created that. And then from around that space, I started creating others. So it's like I just went with the flow, you know? It's like, oh, I'm gonna create this.
And that's in more ways than one too, with your flow lake, the fact that you have a wizard that is, you know, came here for that aspect of it. So I mean, going with the flow, that's kind of the theme of this whole plot, isn't it?
I created the story of the plot because I play a lot of D&D, so
that's cool. That is so cool. I think it's really neat how people have just taken these different elements and they've come up with completely creative and novel ways of implementing them. And you know, from my perspective, seeing the trends and stuff come up, I think it's just such a cool thing to be able to witness how people have taken these items and they've created complete stories around them, and they've created completely new concepts that we don't even have these items in the game as far as like assets are concerned, you know? So I think that this is going to be a big driving force for the future of Palia, just to see how people implement these building blocks in different ways. So I guess my next question is, what are your future plans? Not necessarily for this plot, but can you give us a hint of some future builds?
Okay, future builds. Yes, I am working on my house. My house. A friend of mine called Guilherme, he asked me like, okay, you create plots and after you record for YouTube, you tear everything down. And I was like, yes. And then he asked me, why don't you have your own? And then I froze. And then I was like, okay, so now I am creating my own plot. It will be forever work in progress, because I'm going to place there the things that I most loved in each of the plots that I build. For example, from this one, I'm gonna keep the spear and the observatorium, but a 2.0 version. I'm not
Nice.
going to copy. I'm going to
Improve.
reread. Yeah, let's say improve. So then I'm gonna use like the friendship items, like the exclusive items that we get from NPCs and achievements in this specific plot. And then to record to YouTube, I'm gonna have other plots, but with only the craftable items.
That's awesome. That is really awesome. And I was given a exclusive preview of this. And if you've seen some of my other videos of Panda's plots, he had recreated it shot for shot. He had already tore down his plot. He recreated it from video alone. So that to me is kind of a testament of what I do. Just recording people's plots, and then people are able to either take inspiration and rebuild it on their own, or in Panda's case, a Palian archive.
Yeah, kinda.
Yeah.
It's like a 2.0 archive.
Yeah.
It's because every
that.
time, for example, there are some people that they add me and they send me messages like, oh, I saw you on YouTube on Commits channel. Can I see your house in person? And then I always tell them like, no, you cannot. Not because I don't want you to, it's because I really can't, because I destroy everything.
Yeah. This is the Phoenix that I was talking about.
So, and etc. For example, I would like to see your last house in person. Me too, darling. And I cannot, because that plot does not exist anymore.
That's awesome. Panda, again, thank you so much for having me out here and just seeing this, the story behind it, the incredible sights. And I hope that you all give this video a big thumbs up. Leave a comment, let me know what your favorite parts are, and share it with your friends. Like, holy cow, have you seen a plot like this before? Because I haven't. Share it everywhere. And I'll see you all for the next one. Until next time, bye-bye.